So, till now, we heard about various types of bhakti, like Samanya Bhakti, Sadhaka Bhakti, Prema Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, different types of bhaktis. Srila Rupa Goswami described these bhaktis are like different waves in the path of devotional service. Today we are going to go a little deeper about sadhana bhakti. Whatever we are doing is sadhana bhakti. So Raganuga bhakti and sadhana bhakti, there are two main categories. Raganuga bhakti is a spontaneous devotional service where without any practice, automatically, spontaneously their devotion will come. Like Srimati Radharani, like Hanuman, they are all Raganuga Bhakti category. But the living entities like we are primarily sadhana bhakti. By doing sadhana bhakti, it will be transformed into a Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotional service. So in this sadhana bhakti, what are the categories that we have and how to go from one category to another category, and what is the eligibility to practice this bhakti, we are going to talk. So we will read Srila Prabhupada chapter 3, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, or Nectar of Devotion. And from there, we will explain more and more as required. I'm going to share my screen so you all can read. I need some volunteers who can take up one paragraph each. And I highlighted some of the important points that we need to absorb or discuss more. We'll go through this one. First paragraph I will read. Eligibility of the candidate for accepting devotional service. On account of his association with the Mahatmas or great souls, 100% engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, one may attain a little bit of attraction for Sri Krishna. But at the same time, one may remain very much attached to fruitive activities and material sense enjoyment, and not be prepared to undergo the different types of renunciation. Such a person, if he has unflinching attraction to Krishna, becomes an eligible candidate for discharging devotional service. So in this paragraph, Prabhupada is stressing the eligibility of devotional service is first step is unflinching faith or attraction towards Krishna. In another place, it is mentioned that there are 9 steps of devotional service. What is that? Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anardha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Bhava and Prema. Asakti, Ruchi, Bhava and Prema. These are all 9 steps of devotional service. Before you start anything, we need to have a faith, Ado Shraddha. The first eligibility to perform devotional services, we need to have a faith on Krishna. That is a basic fundamental. And from there, if you have faith, from there you will go Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha means with the association of the devotees. And then Bhajana Kriya. Bhajana Kriya means practicing various devotional methods which are prescribed by the Acharyas. Then Anardha Nivritti, all unwanted things will go away. And Nishtha, Asakti, Ruchi, Bhava, Prema will come. So here in the first paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is emphasizing that the faith is the primary thing to do a devotional service. Yeah, I want some volunteers who can read the second paragraph.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This attraction for Krishna consciousness in association with pure devotees is the sign of good fortune. It is confirmed by Lord Chaitanya that only the fortunate persons, by the mercy of both a bona fide spiritual master and Krishna, will get the seed of devotional service. In this connection, Lord Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 20th chapter, verse 8, My dear Uddhava, only by exceptional fortune does someone become attracted to me. And even if one is not completely detached from fruitive activities or is not completely attached to devotional service, such service is quickly effective.
Yeah.
Devotees may be stop here.
Yeah, one paragraph.
Okay.
So here, Srila Prabhupada is telling that two things he's emphasizing here. Association with the pure devotees. This is the another important factor in practicing Krishna consciousness. What is it? Sadhu Sangha Sarvasiddhi koi, Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha Sarvasiddhi hoi. So, a Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha. Lava means 1/16th part of a second. Very, very minute time frame. Even one associate, just one glimpse, a pure devotee, his life is settled. Yeah. So we are seeing that so many people, they don't have any previous qualification to perform Krishna consciousness, but they came in contact with the Srila Prabhupada and they became a wonderful devotees. Even now also, whoever traveling these great acharyas in the parampara of Srila Prabhupada, they are also just by the association, they are transforming many people. So, how this association is described in Shastras is like in the train track, there will be a line keeper. Like if you see the train tracks construction, on the platform, you will see 3 or 4 tracks, but outside the platform, you will see only 1 or 2 tracks. There will be a lineman, he will push the gear to connect those tracks, which track it has to go. From outside, there's one track, and this lineman will decide whether it has to stop in this platform or straightly go away. So just he will pull that lever and it will change the path of the train. Similarly, by the 1 second or a pinch of association with the pure devotee, our way of thinking, our mindset, our goal, everything will be changed. So instead of running in a wrong direction, we'll go in correct direction. So this association is very, very important. Whenever, wherever is possible, any spiritual master or any great sannyasa is visiting that place, just go and take association. Even one word goes into your ears, it will transform you in a bigger way. Instead of taking association with mundane people and mundane cinemas and mundane messages, we should take association of the pure devotees. That is one point. Another point he's making here is by the mercy of both bona fide spiritual master and Krishna. This is very important. ये ब्रह्मांड ब्रूमिते कौन भाग्यवान Guru Kripa Krishna Bhaktilata Bish Pai. Okay. This Jiva, this living entity is wandering the whole Brahmanda, like a monkey. Monkey will wander from on the tree from upper branch to lower branch to middle branch, like that it will jump here and there. Similarly, this living entity, this Atma, is also going here and there according to the karma, to the upper planet, lower planet, hellish planet, heavenly planet, this karma, that karma, animal life, human life, like all different sorts of bodies, sorts of planets, this living entities taking birth. But with the mercy of both bona fide spiritual master and Krishna, they will get a seed of devotional service. They will plant. Vidhi pranipatina pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanat tattvadarshinaha. So he will plant that and seed of devotion and that jnana into our hearts. And by doing our sadhana, this seed will grow as a big plant and go to until the Goloka Vrindavana. They will plant the seed, but we need to take care of the growth of the seed. So how can I nourish the seed? By chanting, by performing all different sorts of devotional service. That is one part. And to remove all weeds, for the plant growth, two things are required. One is proper fertile land and proper water and all. And second one is removing the weeds. So while practicing Krishna consciousness, there will be so many weeds will come up, like Prajalpa, Kutinati, Labha Puja Pratishta, all these things. Mind will not get purified. So we need to be carefully remove all those bad weeds and then practice this Krishna consciousness. Then our Bhakti Lata, the plant of bhakti will grow and reach unto the Goloka Vrindavana. So we need to be ready to do these two things: association and taking the mercy of bona fide spiritual master and Krishna. They are ready to give, but we are not going to take it. Okay, I want another volunteer to read the next paragraph.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Devotees may purport given by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Devotees may be divided into three classes. The devotee in the first or uppermost class is described as follows. He is very expert in the study of relevant scriptures, and he is also expert in putting forward arguments in terms of those scriptures. He can very nicely present conclusions with the perfect discretion and can consider the ways of devotional service in a decisive way. He understands perfectly that the ultimate goal of life is to attend to the transcendental loving service of Krishna, and he knows that Krishna is the only object of worship and love. The first class devotee is one who has strictly followed the rules and regulations under the training of a bona fide spiritual master and has sincerely obeyed him in accord with relevant scriptures, thus being fully trained to preach and become a spiritual master himself. He is considered first class. The first class devotee never deviates from the principles of higher authority, and he attains firm faith in the scriptures by understanding with all reasons and arguments. When we speak of arguments and reason, it means arguments and reasons on the basis of revealed scripture. The first class devotee is not interested in dry, speculative methods meant for wasting time. In other words, one who has attained a mature determination in the matter of devotional service can be accepted as the first class devotee. Hare Krishna.
So the devotee is classified into three levels as per their surrendering and as per their scriptural knowledge and all the things. The first one is Uttamadikari, the second one is Madhyamadikari, and third one is Kanishtadikari. So here, the first class devotee is Uttamadikari. What is the qualification or what is the symptoms of Uttamadikari? So Uttamadikari, he followed rules and regulations very strictly, and he has a complete faith or complete understanding of the revealed scriptures, and he can preach and he can become a spiritual master himself. And also, he's expect in putting forward arguments in terms of those scriptures. So the first class Uttamadhikari is perfect. Whatever the parampara is given or whatever acharyas is prescribing, he will follow without any deviation. I saw so many great acharyas. They do, even they are very sick or their mind is not consciousness, but they will follow each and everything. Sometimes I feel wonder. Sometimes as a healthy persons, we may miss one or two here and there sometimes, but they are very strict, very strict. One day, I was traveling with His Holiness Chaitanya Maharaj, and he was so drowsy, and still the time comes, he will start doing Gayatri. Even no matter wherever, whichever country, whatever the jet lag, doesn't matter. Just he will get up and he will do his Gayatri. And he will follow all the rules. Like all the acharyas are our examples, our living examples to follow them and to adopt the same seriousness. And also, they are experts in the arguments. If you take Srila Prabhupada, majority of the lectures will talk about body and the soul, but at the end, there are some question answer sessions. Different people will put different arguments. Because Prabhupada did not speak only heterogeneous community, no, homogeneous community. Like he has all kinds of audience, not only Indians or not only one color, one caste. So he has all kinds of people and all kinds of faiths also. Under Srila Prabhupada movement, so many other religions people also attracted by Prabhupada. They have so many questions. Just he simply put his one sloka and he cut down that argument. And one reference, cut down the argument. And other person will surrender and he will take shelter from Prabhupada. So many scientists, like Swarup Damodar Maharaj, he was a scientist. He was a scientist. Just he came for a different purpose to Srila Prabhupada, and by just talking with him, he surrendered. And he became a great disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So like that, great people. I saw so many videos also, Srila Prabhupada. He spoke with the big leaders and convinced them so nicely with his attractive references and arguments. So then he will become a spiritual master. Another qualification of spiritual master is usually the Madhyamadhikari cannot convince everyone. Like Madhyamadhikari or a second class devotee can preach only the favorable people who has little bit interest. But whereas this Uttamadhikari, he can preach even a demonic person also, even an ignorant person also. Just by seeing this Uttamadhikari, they will become a Krishna consciousness. I would like to quote one example. One day I was traveling through Newark airport. One day my luggage got delayed. I was traveling from Atlanta. My luggage got delayed and I was waiting. And I was chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra with my wife and kids. And one porter came and he came and she also said that, oh, you are chanting Hare Krishna? I am also chanting Hare Krishna. And I asked, how do you know about this one? How many malas you are chanting? I'm chanting 16 malas. 6 months back, one acharya came, saffron clothes, I don't know what is his name, and he gave some prasada and he asked me to chant Hare Krishna. Then I started chanting Hare Krishna. And then she asking me, is there any ISKCON temple nearby? How can I go? I'm chanting, but I'm not taking any association. Then I said, I asked, where are you staying? She said that I'm living in Jersey City. Okay, there is one center in Jersey City. There is one Jersey City in Paramus. You can go whatever you like it. Just a touch. Just imagine Srila Prabhupada, how many years he preached for each location. How many days he preached? Very few days. He started, within 1 year, he started ISKCON, and from there, he started traveling. Hardly, he maybe preach one location a month or two, maximum. Not even that is continuously. But how many disciples he made it? One single-handedly. So that is the power of Uttamadhikari. Sometimes we preach, but we don't see any output. Even 5 people, 10 people also don't show up becoming nice devotees. But this Uttamadhikari, just by talking, by his purity, by his grip on his scriptures, and by his firm faith on Krishna, he can easily attract others. So that is the power of Uttamadhikari. He can convince anyone. Doesn't matter whether he is a opposite person is a favorable or unfavorable or demonic or going like an enemy, behaving like an enemy. Doesn't matter. He will easily defeat other person and make him to surrender to Krishna. So that is the power of Uttamadhikari. So in our Krishna conscious movement, so many Uttamadhikaris are there. That's why so many new devotees are coming because of them. So we need to, wherever, whenever we got opportunity, this Uttamadhikari, whoever is in spiritual masters in our community, we should go and humbly take their association. Humbly take their association and clarify our questions. Then our faith will be increased like a, it will become strong like a concrete. Okay. The second class devotee. Any volunteers? Next paragraph.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So, yeah, from the highlighted area, right?
Yeah, the second class devotee.
Okay. Purandari, start.
The second class devotee has been defined by the following symptoms. He is not very expert in arguing on the strength of revealed scripture, but he has firm faith in the object. But he may sometimes
The purport of his description.
The purpose of this description is that the second class devotee has firm faith in the procedure of devotional service unto Krishna, but he may sometimes fail to offer arguments and decisions on the strength of revealed scripture to an opposing party. But at the same time, he is still untattooed within himself as his decision that Krishna is the supreme object of worship.
Yeah. So the second class devotee, definitely he knows the scriptures and he has a faith, and he convinced himself, but sometimes he cannot put a strong argument for the neophytes or for the demonic people to make them convinced about Krishna consciousness. The second class devotees or Madhyamadhikari. Madhyamadhikari is like a in between stage, whoever reading the scriptures thoroughly and trying to preach, they all comes under this as Madhyamadhikari level. Yeah. Third paragraph. Any volunteers?
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The neophyte or third class devotee is one whose faith is not strong and who at the same time does not recognize the decision of the revealed scripture. The neophyte's faith can be changed by someone with strong arguments or by an opposite decision, unlike the second class devotee, who also cannot put forward arguments and evidences from the scripture, but who still has all faith in the objective. The neophyte has no firm faith in the objective, thus he is called the neophyte devotee. Hare Krishna.
The neophyte devotee or Kanishtadhikari, it doesn't have a firm faith. He know there is a God or something is there. I want to go and see. But if someone came and confused, he cannot argue and he will surrender himself. So sometimes we see other religious people will come to us and they will try to confuse you and take away you into their religion. Usually they'll ask, in your sampradaya, in the Hinduism, so many gods are there. Who is your God? In our sampradaya, in our religion, only one God is there. You don't know who is the real God. Come to me, I will teach. But this guy don't know who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and who are the other devatas are supporting to the Supreme Lord. And he doesn't have any knowledge and he cannot put forward his argument. No, your understanding is wrong. This is correct. He cannot argue. Immediately he will not convince them and he will get convinced by other people and he will change his faith and religion also. So many things we are seeing nowadays. So, but we need to have a strong knowledge. Even for ourselves also, if you follow blindly any philosophy, it won't stay for a longer time. Srila Prabhupada used to say that philosophy without bhakti is a speculation. Like jnanis, they know this, that, but there is no application. That is only speculation. At the same time, bhakti without knowledge is a sentiment. So as an Indian background, everybody will perform little bhakti, no doubt about that. Doing morning taking bath and put some agarabhakti or deepam or whatever. But if their son or their grandson or anybody came and asked, why are you doing this one? What is the benefit of this? They don't have an answer. Sentimentally, they do because my father did or my grandfather did, I am doing. So they will, if somebody asks question, they cannot answer and they will become weak and they don't have any strong attachment there. So that's why Srila Prabhupada encourages a knowledge with devotion. So that's why our temple management arranged this reading the books. By reading the books, our knowledge, our faith, our understanding will increase. Slowly we will come from Kanishtadhikari level to Madhyamadhikari and Madhyamadhikari level to Uttamadhikari. This is a gradual progress. And our Acharya's main purpose is to make Madhyamadhikaris and Uttamadhikaris, second class and first class. One time, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was telling, I do not want disciples who are waiting for bell and eating prasadam and sleeping. I don't want. At least one person to whomever I am preaching, at least one person become Madhyamadhikari, second class devotee, my purpose of preaching is solved. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati always want to make a second class and first class. Even Srila Prabhupada also. Srila Prabhupada never encouraged anyone to sleep at home, eating and sleeping in the name of bhakti. He asked, go and preach. So one devotee asked, Prabhupada, I am not yet perfect in the Vedic scriptures. How can I preach? Srila Prabhupada told that, whatever you heard today, go and preach. You don't need to be 100% perfect in the Vedic scriptures. So our sampradaya is Goshyananda sampradaya. So we want second class and first class devotees. Neophyte devotees need to be uplifted themselves by reading the scriptures, by taking the association to the second class and first class. if you're stuck in the neophyte level, you may fall down anytime. So that is not recommended to stuck in the neophyte stage. So here, from here, Srila Prabhupada is trying to explain further 4 more classes. In the neophyte, there are 4 more types of neophyte devotees. How can we categorize? We will go through that one. Further classification of neophyte devotee is made in Bhagavad Gita. It is stated there that 4 classes of men, namely those who are distressed, those who are in need of money, those who are inquisitive, and those who are wise, began devotional service and come to the Lord for relief in the matter of their respective self-satisfaction. They go into some place of worship and pray to God for mitigation of material distress, or for some economic development, or to satisfy their inquisitiveness. And a wise man who simply realizes that greatness of God is also counted among the neophytes. Such beginners can be elevated to the 2nd class or 1st class platform if they associate with pure devotees. Okay. So this is very important. Majority of the sentimental devotees comes under these 4 categories. Okay, what is that? In Bhagavad Gita 7:16, it is mentioned that Chaturveda bhajante mam jano sukritino arjuna artho artharthir jignasur gnanicha bhartashabha. What does it mean? Krishna is telling that 4 kinds of people will worship me. Who is that? Artho artharthir, who is in the need of money, or who is in the distress, and who is having inquisitiveness, and who is gnani, and who is a gnani means a knowledgeable person. These 4 people start worshipping Krishna. So why? Whoever is distressed, artho, usually majority of the people will go to the temple or will remember the God when there is a problem. If there is no problem, no God, no devotion required. Happily eat, drink, marry, be happy. If there is any visa problem, or if there is any family problem, or if there is any wife and husband problem, if there is any serious disease, then they'll go, hey Krishna, where are you? Please save me. We'll go there. But until that, they don't go. That is majority of the tendency. And then who are in the need of money, if there is a money requirement, who is want to get more money, more bigger job or bigger profit in their business, then they will go to the temple. And the 3rd one is inquisitive. Jignasa. I want to know. These Hare Krishnas going every day morning 4:30 and till night 9 o'clock they are doing something. And every time their face is so happy, they so glow. And I never see they complaining and fighting anything. I want to know what they are doing inside. Out of inquisitiveness, they will go. What is going on, what they are doing. Other one is a Gnani. He is little bit advanced, and he want to, he realized a little bit and he want to go and see that. And Srila Prabhupada further, Krishna is further explaining, they are pious people. Even though they have some ulterior motive, but they are pious people. And another sloka, Krishna explains that 4 kinds of people will not come to me. Who are there? Naradama, Ausharimbhava, all those people, like another 4 kinds of people, whoever is in demonic nature, who is in Ahankara, all those people, even though they have a distress or they have a need of money, they don't come to Krishna. What they do? They will take shelter of some drugs, alcohol, or some other rich man, all these things. But even though these 4 classes of men, they have ulterior motive, but they are pious. They are at least coming and taking shelter of Krishna. So we'll go further detail each category. Yeah, I want one volunteer to read this paragraph. An example of neophyte class.
May I read again, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Okay, Prabhuji. An example of the neophyte class is Maharaj Dhruva. He was in need of his father's kingdom and therefore engaged himself in devotional service to the Lord. Then, in the end, when he was completely purified, he declined to accept any material benediction from the Lord. Similarly, Gajendra was distressed and prayed to Krishna for protection, after which he became a pure devotee. Similarly, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda, and Sanat Kumara were all in the category of wise, saintly persons, and they were also attracted by devotional service. A similar thing happened to the assemblage in the Naimisaranya
Nimisharanya.
forest, yeah, headed by the sage Saunaka. They were inquisitive and were always asking Suta Goswami about Krishna. Thus, they achieved the association of the pure devotee and became pure devotees themselves. So, that is the way of elevating oneself. In whatever condition one may be, if he is fortunate enough to associate with pure devotees, then very quickly he is elevated to the second class or first class platform.
Yes. So he gave an example for each category. First one is in the need of money. Dhruva Maharaj, majority of you know about Dhruva Maharaj's pastime. Dhruva Maharaj is son of Uttanapata. Uttanapata has 2 wives, Suruchi and Suniti. And Uttanapata is more inclined towards the Suruchi. Dhruva Maharaj is son of Suniti. Even though he is the elder son, one time he went and sat in the lap of Uttanapata. Immediately, the Suruchi, out of enviousness, she pulled down Dhruva Maharaj and she told that you are not qualified to sit on your father's lap. Go away. Then Dhruva Maharaj came with crying face to Suniti and he asked, what is the solution? Then Suniti told that, what can we do? King is not liking me so much as like a Suruchi. So that's why we are not getting enough justice. Only the solution is we need to pray the Supreme God. Then Dhruva Maharaj went to the forest and he was looking for where is the Supreme Lord? Where is the God? Where is the God? He's asking everyone, are you God? Are you God? Are you God? By seeing his seriousness, Narad Mahamuni came and he asked, are you God? Narad Mahamuni told that, no, I am not the God. I am representative of the God. I am servant of the God. Then Narad Mahamuni told that you are a very young boy. You cannot do these kind of austerities. Go and play. No, Dhruva Maharaj told that I am a Kshatriya son. I am very much determined. I want to see the Supreme Lord and ask why I got injustice. Why I am not eligible to sit on my father's lap and why I am not eligible to take part of this kingdom. Then by seeing the seriousness of Dhruva Maharaj, Narad Mahamuni gave one mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, for that age. For our age, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So for that age, he gave this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And then this Dhruva Maharaj was chanting, and Lord Krishna appeared in front of him. And by seeing the Supreme Lord, he forgot everything and he was overwhelmed. And he asked, Krishna asked, what do you want, Dhruva Maharaj? I don't want anything, my dear Lord. I was looking for the glass pieces, but I found a diamond. I don't need all those small material desires. Your darshana and your glance upon me is the higher than everything. Please accept me as your devotee. Krishna knows everybody's heart. So Krishna, Bhavagrahi Janardana, even though he did not express his material desire, then Krishna fulfilled his desire to rule the kingdom for millions of years, and he constructed a special planet, Dhruva planet, which will never annihilate even though whole universe got annihilated. And eternally Dhruva Maharaj can stay there. So like that, Dhruva Maharaj approached the Lord in the need of money or wealth, but with the pure devotee association, Narada Mahamuni, he became a great devotee. So the pure devotee association is a key ingredient. Yeah. So the next one, Gajendra Moksha. You all know, one elephant was entered into a pond, and there was one crocodile. The crocodile caught the leg of the elephant, and then elephant in previous life, it was a devotee, and with a little remembrance, and she was crying, Hari, where are you? Please come and protect me. So then Lord came and protected the elephant. So Gajendra, out of distress, she prayed, and she got darshan of the Lord, and she became a devotee. And similarly, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda, Sanat Kumaras. These four are Kumaras, the Brahma's sons. They are jnanis, they don't have a devotion, but with the association of pure devotee and by the smell of the flowers that are offered to the lotus feet of Krishna, they became a pure devotees. And these four comes under the category of wise. And fourth one, in Naimisharanya, you all know where Srimad Bhagavatam appeared. All the sages, they were asking various questions to Saunaka Muni. And Saunaka Muni, whatever he heard, he was telling all the answers. By hearing the answers of the Saunaka Muni, they became pure devotees. So whatever the category you belongs to these four, either in the need of money, or in the distress, or in the mood of inquisitiveness, or in the wise gnani, but by the association of pure devotee, they will also become nice devotees. So we all know, we all went to various temples, various ISKCON temples, by the association of some pure devotee, by their mercy, we also became nice devotees. So like that, even though these four devotees are going, and if they do not take association of the pure devotees, then they don't uplift from neophyte stage to second class or first class. The key ingredient is taking association of pure devotee. So because we all became a little bit advanced in Krishna consciousness with the mercy of other devotee, we also show the same mercy on the new devotees, whoever is coming in the contact to us. We also need to shower mercy and uplift them from neophyte or less than neophyte to second class and first class. That is the quality of a Vaishnava. Okay, any volunteers? These 4 types of devotees.
These 4 types of devotees have been described in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and they have all been accepted as pious. Without becoming pious, no one can come to devotional service. It is explained in Bhagavad Gita that only one who has continually executed pious activities and whose sinful reactions in life have completely stopped can take to Krishna consciousness. Others cannot. The neophyte devotees are classified into 4 groups: the distressed, those in need of money, the inquisitive, and the wise, according to the gradations of their pious activities. Without pious activities, if a man is in a distressed condition, he becomes an agnostic, a communist, or something like that. Because he does not firmly believe in God, he thinks that he can adjust his distressed condition by totally disbelieving in him.
Yeah. So we discussed elaborately 4 types of people. Among all the 4, the wise man is the best. And these 4, even though they approached for an ulterior motive, they are because they have some piety. That's why they came. But as I told you before, the same distress come to a atheistic person. He doesn't have any belief or anything. Any person approached, if any distress came to that person, then he will become more communist or more agnostic or more drunkard, or he will take shelter of different means to forget that distress. But he will not think about the God and the Supreme Creator. Yeah. Any other volunteer? Lord Krishna, however.
Lord Krishna, however, has explained in the Gita that one of these 4 types of neophytes, the one who is wise, is very dear to him, because a wise man, if he is attached to Krishna, is not seeking an exchange of material benefits. A wise man who becomes attached to Krishna does not want any return from him, either in the form of his relieving his distress or in gaining money. This means that from the very beginning, his basic principle of attachment to Krishna is more or less love. Furthermore, due to his wisdom and study of Shastras, scriptures, he can also understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah. So among all these 4, who is in distress, who is in the need of money, who is wise and inquisitive, among all these 4, wise is very dear to him, because the remaining other 3 people are looking some benefit by taking association of Krishna. But the wise man doesn't have any ulterior motive. That's why he's very dear. And also he's already studied the scriptures, and he can understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he's very dear to him. Okay, next paragraph. Any other volunteer?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. It is confirmed.
It is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that after many, many births, when one becomes actually wise, he surrenders unto Vasudeva, knowing perfectly well that Krishna, Vasudeva, is the original cause of all causes. Therefore, he sticks to the lotus feet of Krishna and gradually develops love for him. Although such a wise man is very dear to Krishna, the others are also accepted as very magnanimous, because even though they are distressed or in need of money, they have come to Krishna for satisfaction. Thus, they are accepted as liberal, broad-minded Mahatmas.
Right. So there are also Mahatmas. Why? Because Krishna told that in Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavam Mam Prapajyate Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudarlabaha. So Krishna told that Bahunam Janmanam Ante. Why they are Mahatmas? Because many lives, after taking many lives, after acquiring this piety from many lives, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gnanavam Mam Prapajyate. They have a little bit of knowledge. What is that knowledge? Vasudevam Sarvamiti. Vasudeva, the Krishna is the root cause of everything. Such kind of souls are very rare. So, Mahatma. So they are all taking shelter. They are Mahatmas. Definitely they are Mahatmas. Even though they are coming to Krishna for with any reason, they are Mahatmas. So whoever is coming to the temple or whoever is coming to our home or our association, we should give topmost respect to them. We should not think like that, I'm great, that's why they are coming, or we are great, that's why they are coming. No, we should give a complete respect and complete comfort for them, because they are all Mahatmas. They are all sent by Krishna. They are all realized souls. They are not ordinary persons. So we have to give. They are magnanimous. Whoever is coming to the temple, they are magnanimous. So we need to give complete care. Next volunteer. Without being elevated. Hare Krishna, any volunteers?
Should I go again, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Without being elevated to the position of a jnani or a wise man, one cannot stick to the principles of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The less intelligent, or those whose intelligence has been taken away by the spell of Maya, are attached to different demigods on account of the influence of the modes of nature. The wise man is he who has thoroughly understood that he is the spirit soul and not simply a body. Because he realizes that he is spirit and Krishna is the supreme spirit, he knows that his intimate relationship should be with Krishna, not with this body. The distressed and the man in want of money are in the material concept of life, because distress and need of money are both in relationship with this body. One who is inquisitive may be a little above the distressed and the man in need of money, but he is still on the material platform. But a wise man who seeks Krishna knows perfectly well that he is spirit soul or Brahman, and that Krishna is the supreme spirit soul or Parabrahman. He knows that the spirit soul, being subordinate and finite, should always dovetail himself with the infinite, the supreme soul Krishna. That is the relationship of the wise man with Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So next to the wise man, the inquisitive is the next dear to him. And the wise man, he will not go here and there. He knows that he is the spirit soul and he's part and parcel of Krishna, and he can easily surrender. Yeah. The last paragraph. Any other volunteer?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhuji.
It can be concluded that a person who is freed from the bodily concept of life is an eligible candidate for pure devotional service. It is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita that after Brahma realization, when one is freed from material anxieties and can see every living entity on an equal level, he is eligible to enter into devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Right. So the conclusion of this first part of this chapter is, a freed from bodily concept of life is eligible candidate for pure devotional service. Okay, if you want to perform pure devotion, first ABCs of the pure devotion is, you are not this body. You should come out of this bodily concept of life. You are spirit soul. You got this body as per the karma, and this body is temporary, and you are going to change this body and you no need to discriminate based upon the body, or you should not worry about much about this body, and you need to focus on the highest purpose, the spirit soul, and how to go back to Godhead. And unless until you are detached from the bodily concept of life, you cannot attach it to Krishna. So we need to freed from this bodily concept of life. And the second thing is, Bhagavad Gita is telling that Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochiti Nakangshati Samas Sarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Lavate Param. The self-realized person, he is a Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochiti Nakangshati. He is freed from material anxieties. If you are in the bodily concept of life, two things will happen for us. What is that? Sochati, Kankshati. Means if you have if you are in the bodily concept of life, always you will have a desire. Okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want that. That is Kankshati. Kanksha means desire. If that is not fulfilled, the immediate result is Sochati. We will cry, or we will feel bad, or lamentation, all these things will come. But a Brahman realization person, na sochati, na kamshati. He doesn't have desires, or he doesn't lament. He will accept. I'm part and parcel of Krishna. Whatever he gives, I will accept it. And even if gives or not gives, that is his desire. Whatever is the desire, I will accept it. So in that state, every living entity an equal level. That means samasarveshu bhuteshu. He will see all living entities are equal. If you are in the bodily platform, you cannot see. No matter how many organizations you establish, United Nations or Aikyarajya Samiti, this, that, but always fightings, because they are all seeing in the bodily level. Unless until a person thinks like that, other person is also a living entity, is also spirit soul, only body is changing as per his karma. And if he cannot see other person as equal level, then he is not a advanced devotee, he is not a pandita. So he will see equally level, and he is eligible to enter into devotional service. Krishna is telling that mad bhaktim lavate param. So whoever is having that equal vision on the all living entities, and who doesn't have anxieties, and who is freed from this material bodily attachment, he can easily enter into the devotional service. Okay, we'll conclude here. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have a question. Like in second last paragraph, it's given that one who is inquisitive may be a little above the distressed and a man in need of money, but is still in on the material platform. Prabhuji, I would like to know how he is in material platform, because he is also inquisitive means what? Means iksha. He wants to know. So if knowing, how can he be in a material platform, Prabhuji? Oh, should I ask my question again, Prabhuji?
No. I got your point. Just I'm reading. A man in want of money or material concept. Yeah, the distressed and man in want of money are in material concept of life. These two are material concept of life, right? You agree?
Yes.
So,
One who is inquisitive may be a little above the distress and a man in need of money, but still he is on the material platform.
so is in between, like inquisitive, but he doesn't surrendered, or he doesn't have complete knowledge. He's asking different questions, like Arjuna. You can take Arjuna. Arjuna, before he heard, he was asking to the Krishna, "Oh, I need to kill my parents, my grandparents, all these things. How can I do that, Krishna? He's also asking questions, but at the same time, he has attachment. He's in the material platform. He's in the bodily platform. He's not completely realized. But after hearing everything from Krishna, you are not this body, your parents, your grandparents, all are, even though they die, they will take another body. As a Kshatriya, you need to do all this dharma. Then Arjuna realized and he surrendered soul. And that inquisitiveness, why inquisitiveness came? Because of anxiety, right? If he is already well knowledge or well wise person, you don't need to inquisitive. He's already understood everything. He doesn't have any anxiety. So he's in between, like transforming from material nature to material attachment to the knowledgeable person or devotional service person. Clear,
So
Mataji?
inquisitiveness should be one step behind wise person, no, Prabhuji?
Correct.
So it
Wise person already knows. You no need to ask all these questions. He's already
yes,
convinced. He's already convinced. Okay, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I don't need to worry. I don't have any questions. I am surrendered. But whereas this inquisitive person, usually questions when it will come, you are not convinced and your mind is not ready to surrender, or your mind is not completely satisfied, whatever the subject matter, then you have questions and inquisitives. But if you are already there, then you don't need to worry. Right, Mataji?
yes, Prabhuji. And one more question is regarding neophyte, Prabhuji, that you have explained in the context that one should not means one should not have blind faith on the Shastra, like that you explained few paragraphs before, Prabhuji. So my question is, without putting my faith on it, like at a
Not faith
neophyte
on
level.
Shastra.
Okay.
Sentimentally, we should not do. Suppose you are doing morning arati or some devotional service. You don't know why you are doing. If somebody asks, "Oh, you are doing sentimentally, it's not required. Come, we'll go out and chill out." If you cannot answer that person, you cannot convince yourself. So for that, why you are doing the devotional service, what is important, you need to have that knowledge. So you need to have a faith on Shastras and Krishna. There is no doubt. But what you are doing, you should not do it sentimentally. You need to have a knowledge why you are doing.
Okay, Prabhuji. Like very small things, no? Why we are doing Mangala Aarti, why we are doing chanting. So at a beginning level, I think it will also come under inquisitiveness, no? Why we are doing, Prabhuji.
Correct. So that's why this Bhakti Samrata Sindhu, if you read this book, it has all the answers. Why you need to do Mangalarati, why you need to do offer incense wick, and why you need to offer ghee lamp. Everything is there. So you can answer any questions. You are not doing sentimentally. After reading this book, you are no more sentimental person. You are fully well versed and you are fully convinced yourself. And if anybody asks, you can answer them as well.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay,
So
got
that's why
it.
we need to read. We need to read. Srila Prabhupada never told that accept this one. He told that if you convince, chant Hare Krishna. If you do not convince, read my books and argue. So don't take it blindly.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Any other questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You mentioned that because of those pious activities, because of that piety, Krishna, like a person, like, he approaches Lord Krishna. So I was
Correct.
just trying to understand. We always also we have also learned that people they become devotees when they come in association with other devotees, and also like sometimes Krishna, and because of Krishna's mercy. So which of the reasons is actually the most like important reason? Like, is it because of the piety, or is it because of Krishna's mercy, or because of the association of the devotees?
You tell me, what is the best thing in your experience?
Prabhuji, I just feel everything is Krishna's mercy, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to hear from you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Krishna's mercy will come through Vaishnavas. Without Vaishnavas' mercy, another Vaishnava cannot become. So if you see in your history, anybody without another Vaishnava's mercy, no Vaishnava can, no other person become a devotee. So Krishna's mercy will come through Vaishnavas. Okay.
And
Your piety is like a fertilization. Like your piety, and I think in the chapter 15 or somewhere, Krishna is explaining that by doing this dana dharmas, all these punya karmas, all selfless work, your heart will become fertile to accept Krishna. Your heart will become softened by doing all these punya karmas. When your heart fertile enough or soft enough, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, by the mercy of Vaishnavas and Krishna, the Bhakti Lata Bija, the seed of devotion will be planted in your heart. And from there, you need to take care of it. You need to do proper sadhana and you need to protect yourself and grow. Go to until Uttamadikari and go back to Godhead. Clear, Mataji?
yes, got it, Prabhuji. So it's basically it's because of the association of the pure Vaishnavas. That's when, and
Yes,
that
now we are learning. How you are learning, or we are going to the temple. How you are going, a temple automatically will not manifest, right? Some other Vaishnavas has to establish, they has to have a kind heart to allow us into the temple and to allow us to participate into the programs, and they should serve prasadam and they should give proper environment. Then only we'll get that bhakti or interest to do something. Suppose if you go a temple and there nobody is there to give a care, or nobody is there to serve you, or no association is there, your bhakti will not grow. Just you go sentimentally and offer obeisances and come. But if you are going and somebody is talking, somebody is telling, somebody is inviting some program, and by doing all these things, your bhakti will grow.
correct, Prabhuji. So can't we say that it was Krishna's arrangement for us to meet those, like,
Krishna's arrangement is there. I'm not denying that. But how it came through Vaishnavas.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
That's why
Hare-
Prabhupada mentioned that with the mercy of spiritual master, Brahmanda Brahmati Kona Bhagyavan, Guru Krupa Krishna Bhakti Lata Bij Pai. So with the Guru and Krishna's mercy, we will get this bhakti.
Got it, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. If no more questions, over to Simi Sudash Prabhu. Okay. We'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up the class. Thank you very much for joining this wonderful katha. Actually, in Bhagavad Gita, another place it is told that Tushyanticha Ramanticha. In between the devotees, if you read the scriptures and if you glorify the Supreme Lord, that mellow will be increased. If you read the same book yourselves, you may not understand clearly, or your mind will go here and there. But in between the devotees, if you read the same and if you glorify the same thing, our mellow Tushyanticha Ramanticha. So our bliss will be increased. Thank you very much for joining in these wonderful sessions. Read the books thoroughly and come to at least up to second class devotees, Madhyamadikari level, and try to convince yourself and try to give the same knowledge to others. Let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra. and close the session. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram.
Ram
Hari
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hari
Hare.
Ram, Ram Ram,
One
Hare Hare.
Bhagavan
Vancha
Sri
Patarupad,
Rama Jai.
Krupas,
Kripa Sindhu Evacha.
Patidanam
Nityananda
Pavanam
Vaishnavi
Prabhu,
Purnam
Venu
Vrinda,
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Jai.
Hare
Ki
Raj
Jai,
Krishna.
Upadesh, Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu ki jai,
Ki
Jai.
Jai,
Jai.
Swami Prabhupada ki jai,
Ki
Jai.
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki jai,
Jai.
Nanda
Jai,
Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda ki,
Ki
Jai.
Jai,
Hare Hare Bol.
Hari
Thank
Hari
you
Hari
Hari.
Bol.
everyone. Very much.
Thank you, Prabhu.